Howdy guys, so this is our HackUCI project. It's called Defcon. You can visit it by going to Defcon alerts.tech. And so it's a very simple disaster emergency alert system. So you can go to the URL and then super simple sign up. You just go to the notification bell, literally one click subscribe, and then it confirms your subscription down here. And you're totally subscribed for desktop alerts. So anytime that you're at work, at home, and your browser is open, people generally keep their browser open all the time while they're working. You'll get a browser alert in case of any alert. So let's generate an alert. So we're gonna go for a flash flood in Irvine. So let's generate that. And as you can see across all the devices, we get notifications of a flash flood in Irvine. So let's click on it. Super simple. It brings you to a dynamically generated web page, and so we can see our disaster up here. We got a flash flood, and then we have the location of the incident. So this one's in Irvine, shows you the location relative to yourself, and then we can search for things. So let's say we want to find shelters nearby. Shows us shelters. We can look at the grocery stores for food nearby, and we can also find hospitals. And you can actually click on any of these. So let's go for the UC Irvine Health, and you can get directions in Google Maps from there. So this will open up directions, and you can input your location. All right, back to the app. So if we scroll down, the first thing that you do generally in a disaster for most people is they Google, like, what do I do in a flood? So as you can see, we have curated professional instructions on what to do and what kind of supplies you need to collect. And then one of the first things that I personally do is I take out my phone and I'm like, on Twitter, flash flood. I search for trending and I can find out what people are saying. So what we did is we just integrated Twitter #flood so that you can get just on the ground information about what's happening up to date, and that sort of makes this whole page a one-stop shop. So it sort of completes the pipeline of just usability from the disaster alert going out to just clicking on it, and saving seconds and minutes in people's response time is really important. Super usable. You don't have to bother with those crazy alerts, the cryptic text, and just a word about the admin dashboard. So the admin dashboard is actually it's mostly for testing. So it's hard to generate an emergency just on demand. We can't just create missile strikes. So this is for us to test the API, and then eventually our goal would be to implement this with some sort of governmental API. Unfortunately, we don't have access to that, but that would help automate things and prevent things like the Hawaii missile strike incident, and totally complete the app, complete the pipeline. So yeah, that's our project.
Cool. Nice. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks for listening.